Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfucker.
This is Movie Reviews with James and Eric, season 1, episode 9. I got Eric back on. Say hello.
Hey, we're back. We are reviewing the best trailer of all time, Jurassic World Rebirth. What is going on in Jurassic World Rebirth?
So-
I don't know anything about this movie.
So 3 years ago, we did the same thing for
Yeah.
Dominion, which we thought was going to be the last one.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to
Oh,
say,
yeah. We were hoping, we were praying it was the last one. And yet,
I wanted
here
to say
we are.
10 years
Rebirth.
from now, the new one will come out, and then I changed it to 5, and it's 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe, like, they just keep milking this thing.
Each of
And
the
I
movies,
don't like what's left.
each of the movies made $1 billion, all 6 of them.
Well, there's your answer. That makes sense, I guess. If you have a cash cow like this, I guess just keep going.
That was it. Because according to Scarlett Johansson in an interview during the filming of Dominion, they were talking about he already had the script made for Rebirth.
Honestly, the most confusing thing about the Rebirth trailer is Jonathan Bailey, the guy who's in Wicked, who's British.
Oh yeah.
He's playing American in this movie. Why?
He was playing British.
Just be British.
He was British in Wicked when I saw Wicked. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Why not just? He's a scientist. Why would he not just be a British scientist?
Yeah,
Why does he have to be an American scientist?
The main bad guy in the other one was British. The guy who played Dodson, who looked like Steve Jobs. Not Steve Jobs, the other guy.
So it appears that the premise of Jurassic World Rebirth
I know all about it. If you want me to.
Okay, yeah, please, hit me with it. Tell me all about it.
So they're trying to find apparently they found a cure for some type of deadly cancer, and they have to go to the 3 largest dinosaurs flying sea and land to get the cure. The 3 biggest ones. Yeah.
PlayStation 2 ass video game is this? That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
And then the mutant one you saw is supposed to be a combination of the xenomorph, the T-Rex, and then there's a third one I'm forgetting. But
the xenomorph.
That's exactly. Yeah, they got David Koepp and Steven Spielberg back for these next 3.
But back in what way?
They're writing and directing.
He's not direct. This is not directed by Steven Spielberg.
No, David Koepp.
David Koepp wrote it. He's not directing it.
I don't know if they're directing it, but they're behind the scenes.
This is a Gareth Edwards movie. This is the guy. This is the guy who made Godzilla and the creator.
That makes sense of the mutated.
Yeah. Everything about this is yeah, of course the guy who made Rogue One is making this. That's absolutely what's happening. This is so they have to go in a PlayStation 2 ass mission. They have to go to the sea, the air, and the sky, or whatever. Or the sea, the ground, and the sky, and then they have to find the biggest dinosaurs to get their DNA.
Yeah, and they made it on a new island, of course. A third island. Apparently, they haven't heard from in 30 years.
They said that this is the island where the worst, meanest dinosaurs go. This is where they put the meanest dinosaurs. What? This is where they put the mean dinosaurs?
Yeah, why would they make them? They weren't going to put them.
Why would you make them?
Yeah, when they
why would you be like, yeah, we'll just dump them on this island? Just kill the mean dinosaurs. You brought them back to my problem with all of the Jurassic Park and everything movies is that on their face, the premise makes no sense of we brought all these dinosaurs back. Okay, hey, you know what? I'll suspend my disbelief. You brought all the dinosaurs back. Great. I have no problem with that. That's a non-issue. Totally fine. They have such an issue with killing the dinosaurs. They're like, we brought them back from the dead. These are the evil dinosaurs that we have to put on the island. You made them out of nothing. You don't have to keep these dinosaurs. They're nothing. Nobody knows they exist. Nothing is happening here.
That was the plot of the second.
Over.
That was the plot of the Jeff Goldblum, the second movie.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And now we're like, here's more issue with this. Why? What? It doesn't add up to me. It's so bizarre.
Excited for this movie because I think we said before I hated the Chris Pratt ones. So them hiring back David Koepp and Steven Spielberg, like we were just talking about.
It's just like, I just don't like. I get it. I didn't like the Chris Pratt ones either. But like, I don't know that there's anything here that made me go, dude, this rocks. They showed an evil brontosaurus with a long whippy tail. They showed an evil pterodactyl with a big beak.
Spinosaurus working with the Mosasaurus.
It's like, so everyone has like the pithiest dialogue. It's everything I already don't like about these movies. The sense of wonder is gone, and it's replaced with like this one-upsmanship where you're talking about, yeah, one of the dinosaurs is like based on the xenomorph.
Yeah,
that's a whole different thing. It should be based on dinosaurs.
Yes.
Why are we pretending with dinosaurs?
A lot of the fans that saw the trailer are saying this is pretty much just a monster movie now with that new mutated dinosaur in it with the boring story.
I just don't like. I don't get. I don't think I understand this franchise anymore.
They're out of ideas, I think, after the Chris Pratt ones.
Yeah, that's what this feels. Hey, we're going to an island. Okay, so it's the first one. Like what? I don't know. The whole thing is so crazy to me.
Like I said,
man,
each one made $1 billion. That's probably why they're only doing it.
I mean, that's definitely it. That's why we're gonna get these until like the end of time. But man, what a bummer. What a bummer it is that we've gone from what it was to what it is, because what was so exciting and interesting about the first one is just it's done. And they've made one good Jurassic Park movie and then like 9 bad Jurassic Park movies.
I think the second one, like a lot, after the second one, it's bad. It's like downhill after that with the Jeff Goldblum.
I like one Jurassic Park movie. It's called Jurassic Park. I think every other Jurassic Park movie fucking sucks. It's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. Like, it's dinosaurs. Dinosaurs should be, to me, dinosaurs should like be enough. And I guess they're not. And it's, I don't know.
Yeah, since the Chris Pratt one, they're not. That's why I hated the Chris Pratt one. They shouldn't be your buddy. They should be like terrifying and like amazement. That's why I hated that's why I hated the Chris Pratt one. And then holding the hand up to the zookeeper.
It's so bizarre that they've made these movies and where they've ended up is like they have to like keep hunting the dinosaur. They're really making like video game adaptations of Jurassic Park, but just turning them into movies instead of PlayStation games
or like the arcade games.
Yeah, this feels like it should be an Xbox game.
Oh yeah, or PlayStation.
Yeah, right. It just feels like what they've set up feels like it should be just you can play it and you don't have to watch it. Let me ask, does this like redact any of the previous Jurassic Park or World or whatever movies?
No, because Steven Spielberg and David Koepp, they actually went back and reread the Crichton books, and they made like a rubric of rules they don't want to break for these next 3 movies. So they didn't like rewrite anything. So all the previous stuff, even the clone girl giving birth to herself, is
really
all canon.
That's all in.
Yes.
I gotta respect that. We've talked about it before where I think if you make a movie, you shouldn't be allowed to go, yeah, and then actually that stuff, that didn't have that movie, that one's gone, and this one's for the fans. That's what everyone does. I gotta respect them for keeping it in and going, this is a zany fucking world everyone made. I guess we're gonna stick with it.
I'm still on the edge still because it took them a year just to make this and push it out. Because it started in 2023, right after Dominion, and it's like
Wow.
A lot of movies go bad within just pushing it out.
Yeah. Why is Scarlett Johansson in this?
So, like I was saying, apparently she was on set for Avengers when they were filming the Dominion. She's apparently a super fan of the original 3 movies, and she talked with Steven Spielberg because she ran into him. And she was offered the role immediately for Rebirth, the main character, because apparently they already had the script made.
Interesting.
Back in 2022. So, they already had like a final script made back in 2022,
So what? So they had the script ready, and now it doesn't have anything to do with like the original Jurassic Park island. It's like this magical other island.
Yes, that appeared out of nowhere, yeah. That's the craziest part. It's just they're watching like another trilogy. There's going to be a 4th island and then a 5th island.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know. You're talking about there being like 3 more movies. Where do you think it goes?
Well, and
like where can it go?
Them escaping again from this island. the bigger ones escaping again.
Right? It's so strange because they have to keep heightening. And I think this is like my real problem with like movies like this. The idea that they have to keep heightening and it has to be more and more and more and more. And to me, it doesn't. I don't think raising the stakes to this level makes it exciting or does anything or whatever, because the most interesting part of this whole trailer isn't when they're talking about like, we have to fight these dinosaurs and all this stuff. It's seeing the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
The sense of wonder when that big pterodactyl thing comes in or whatever, I'm like, oh, that looks cool.
And I said that they did go back to like, unlike the Chris Pratt ones, they were all CGI in the Chris Pratt ones. These movies, Steven Spielberg's like, no, we're going back to the he doesn't care how expensive it was. They went back to the animatronics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like, that's the cool part. And the cool part of the original movie is how cool the dinosaurs are. And it's cool to see the dinosaurs.
I watched the new one because of the trailer. The original one, I mean, the first one, and it still holds up like 30 years later.
Yeah, it's a fucking great. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie.
It's what got me into
really good
movie making. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like an actual movie. It's not a zoom in on somebody like reloading a gun and like making like these
the guy that says
clever
the guy that says clever girl. It is that.
Yeah,
part.
that's it. That's the only part, and you remember it because it doesn't happen over and over. And it like, to me, so much of this movie seems, I mean, it's a lot to say before you've seen it and everything, but it looks so forgettable because so much of it is going to be like, yes, we're talking about this. It's just going to be an over explanation of everything. And then when you finally see the dinosaurs, you're like, this is cool.
Move on.
But then you won't see them for very long. So much is going to happen and you're going to forget the obviously the stuff that's happening like in the air. That seems like the thing they're okay with showing a bunch of in the trailer. So like, here's the bird dinosaur.
They don't really show the bird ones. Yeah, that's why they're
yeah. And so it's like you're gonna see that, but by the time they're gonna go to like the sea and like the raptors and all this stuff, you're gonna forget.
I was gonna say
that's why it's fine for a video game because you can go back and revisit and replay and whatever. But you're just gonna see like this movie one time, you're gonna forget about so much of what happens.
Obviously,
you're just gonna forget.
It's my job. I'll probably see it a couple of times.
It's just like I just think this thing is so built to be forgettable that it's just like it's like a big blockbuster action movie.
The world's most expensive B movie at this point.
Yeah, that is what it looks like. And then they're creating horror dinosaurs that are like, this one's like the xenomorph. Yeah, what if it was like dinosaurs? Why wouldn't you make it like dinosaurs?
Just make the T-Rex scary again.
Dinosaurs are interesting.
Yeah, just make So final thoughts before we move on.
It's just like it's probably one that I'm going to see. Like everyone's going to see it or whatever. I think that if you Google craziest looking dinosaurs or something, there's probably a million dinosaurs that you can pull from that are way more interesting than whatever xenomorph pretend thing they're coming up with is going to be.
The Spinosaurus,
you know what I mean?
The way they keep updating the Spinosaurus is an example.
so dumb.
So I want to touch up on Marvel because last time we talked about Marvel, we said we were going to see those movies. I actually finally saw Venom.
You're crazy. How was it?
I waited to I actually pirated it, so I didn't see it in theaters.
Nice.
It was okay. It was the best of the last movies, which is crazy to say because it's the last one and it was the best one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's crazy that they made 3 of them.
And
that's nuts.
And I've only seen the first one. I said fuck it and didn't see the second one. And I went,
yeah.
at least saw the third one because I heard how bad the second one.
Oh my god. So is the third one even worth seeing? Like, should you bother? Is it like fine or what?
It's just like, if you're a fan, you'll see it. If you're not, then it's like, yeah.
That's definitely what it seems like. It just kind of seems like, oh yeah, you can watch it or whatever. And I don't know, like even for what it is, it doesn't seem like they pushed it super hard. They just kind of went like, oh yeah, you can watch it if you want to.
They do have like Mordo in it, the guy who played Lizard, but they don't lean into them being variants. They're just like there in that universe. Where a bunch of fans were annoyed because like the multiverse is going on and it didn't end in a multiversal way, being that his world wound up being the battle world for the upcoming Spider-Man movie.
How strange. Just like if you go back in time and you tell people, yeah, dude, there's like 3 Venom movies, it probably like blows. Oh my god, that's so cool. They have to be so awesome. And then you would like watch them and be like, these just kind of suck. Like these aren't very good. And everyone goes, yeah. They're Venom movies. And it's like, that was the thing that everybody wanted was Venom movies, and they made it, and no one cares.
So I know you saw Craven. What did you think of that? Which wound up being
terrible.
Worse than Madam.
It was way worse than Madam Web. It was way worse than Madam Web. At least Madam Web was bad in like a funny way. Craven the Hunter was bad in a way that was like boring. It just like kept not ending, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna set this up for a sequel. It's like no one's gonna. What are you talking about? It's the same way Madam Web ended, where it's like, yeah, we're setting this up for a sequel. Yeah, no, there's no sequel here, buddy.
I work
at
my local theater. I only saw scenes of it. I saw like scenes with the Rhino and how bad the CGI
looked. So crazy. It only happens at the end. Also, it's like really bizarre. It's really.
I saw the dad scene too, where he's talking to his, which is really out there because he's actually a good actor. That the guy who plays the dad is really weird.
It's just a bizarre movie that like. If it was worse, at least it would be funny or fun. It's neither funny nor fun in the state that it is in.
Or
the action
into it,
the
like
action
Morbius.
just kind of, like the action just kind of sucks, and it's just not very exciting. And it's just not very good.
And like I mentioned earlier, I did see Wicked. I don't think it went over this in October.
Yeah,
it didn't come out yet, so I thought it was okay. I saw it like in theaters, which I think that is a movie you should see in theaters. The fans do kind of ruin it. Well,
of course.
Did you see Wicked or no?
No. But I mean, I'm familiar with Wicked, like the original musical that came out 20 years ago or whatever. But it's strange the timing at which it came out. I was trying to figure out why it came out in like 2024. And it's because
20 years later, something.
Yeah, it's because like the touring schedule had ended, and so it's a play based on a book.
Oh yeah, the Wizard of Oz book, right?
Yeah, so there's a book, and then there's a play, which was like a Broadway thing, and then it became a touring thing, and then through the touring thing, they're making money, and then eventually it stops touring, and then you make a movie, and so you're like
it's like
every piece and part.
a PR thing, pretty much.
It's the same reason Cats came out as a movie.
I remember
because
seeing
the touring show and everything ended. It's the same thing. So Wicked, which I thought was crazy, is like a 2-hour musical, and they're making
2 hours and 40 minutes. Something crazy. Yeah.
But you're talking about part 1 of the movie, right?
Yes, there's 2 parts.
Yeah, I'm talking about the musical, James. And it's like a 2-hour musical. As a musical, the whole thing is about 2 hours, and they made an almost 3-hour movie, and then that's part one of what will be another 3-hour movie.
Well, 40 minutes of it is just Jeff Goldblum just being Jeff Goldblum when he came on. I completely forgot it was a musical because he just talks in his normal, it's a normal cadence. And in the theater, I was like, "Holy shit, it's Jeff Goldblum!" Because I know he was in it, and I didn't know when he was going to show up. And I heard his voice as the wizard.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, it seemed like it was good. I never heard anything negative about it. It was just a thing that like people were into, and that was about it.
Theater kids in droves.
Yeah. And that seems fine. I don't have a problem with that. Now, let me ask you about this. Did you see the trailer for Fantastic Four?
Oh, we can talk about that. Yes, I did.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
It was. I liked it. Pedro Pascal in another big blockbuster movie.
Now, here's the thing. They show everyone doing their powers. They don't show him doing his powers.
That's like they chose not to because of the previous. I think I mentioned this. I'm watching, including the 1990s one, which I scrubbed the internet for, and I could not find a better version than 360p on the internet.
Yep.
So I watched the 360p version of it for my channel here, and it was okay. It was definitely corny, but because of that movie, I think that's why they didn't choose to show his powers.
Yeah, he's the one whose powers always look the worst in the movie.
I think with 2024, or if they have the 2025 technology before that, I think it will look way better.
That's what everyone said when the last version came out, and the version before that. Like, every time one of these movies comes out, everyone goes, his powers will look better this time. Then it always looks bad. It's a stretchy guy. There's only so much you can do with a stretchy guy to make it look visually like interesting. Like, you can just see him like stretch like within frame, and his arm keeps up. You know what I mean?
That was the funniest part of the 90s one. His hand is always just.
Yep.
Even in the 360p, you can see it. It was a guy with a stick stretching.
That's how creative anyone gets with this stuff. He's the one whose powers you don't want to see. Whatever. I really like the aesthetic. I like the look. I like the design for everything here. Like, I think it looks really interesting. I like that it's like this retro future 60s thing. I think the rocket looks really cool. I think everything's really interesting.
Robot.
John Malkovich is in it.
Oh, I just heard that. I saw like an interview or something like, like yesterday, like they just announced,
Yeah, in the trailer, like they show him like very briefly with like very long hair or whatever. And
I've never seen him in anything bad.
I mean, good for him. This could be something interesting. I don't know who he plays or what he does.
Oh no, neither do I. I don't think he's like named or something, whatever. And like,
no, I don't think they name him. So I wonder who he's going to be. But they show Galactus. That was interesting. I thought that they were going to tiptoe around that. I didn't think they were going to show.
I think he's going to be in the last Avengers, the ones after Doom. That's why they show him. They're filming the Avengers right now, the next two.
Oh, really? Oh,
that's why.
Is that what they're doing? Are they working towards a Galactus thing with the Avengers?
The Secret Wars, yes. The Avengers. They're setting up the next two because Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Doom, and they're setting up Doom in this one as well. So expect Robert Downey Jr. to be in this one, and then
how bizarre!
The one that they're going to be about Galactus,
Huh? I like the look of this. It seems interesting. I'll probably see it. I like Pedro Pascal a lot. I think Vanessa Kirby's pretty good. I don't know anything about the guy
who plays the Thing. He was in The Bear. He plays the cousin.
I think he's great. Yeah. I think he's really good. I don't know anything about the guy who plays Johnny Storm.
He's a brand new
nothing.
Isn't he a brand new actor?
I have no idea. I don't know him from anything. I don't know that if he's been in stuff. I don't know what he's been in. But I don't know. I like Vanessa Kirby enough in stuff that I've seen her in. So it's like there's enough there to carry this in like an interesting way. And if it's a thing with like Galactus, that's interesting. That means we'll probably see Silver Surfer.
I think Silver Surfer is in this, and I do believe they said it's going to be played by a woman.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Do anything. Like, it's a big silver guy. I don't give a shit. It's a big silver guy.
Like I said,
on a surfboard.
I did just
Who
see.
cares?
I did just see the other one with the 2008 one the other night with Jessica Alba with Galactus was just a storm cloud in that one. So anything is better than that.
That's what I like. I know that there's gonna be people that are like up in ours, like, oh, can you believe there's a woman Silver Surfer? And it's like the silver surfboard guy. Yeah, I don't care. It does not matter. At least they're trying to make it interesting. I am curious to see.
She's now that you mentioned you remember the God, I just watched this too. That Netflix Money Show with Jason Bateman. He had
the Ozarks.
It's played by that one short-haired blonde chick. She plays the.
Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting. I mean, why not? Sure, cool, great. I think the guy who directed this movie directs a lot of TV, so
that probably makes sense. A lot of TV actors are the main. Yeah, not movie actors.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It feels like a lot of TV people, and then John Malkovich and Pedro Pascal, and you go, okay, that's great, cool.
Pedro Pascal is now digging into TV with like The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, he's a TV guy, baby. That guy can kind of do everything, and also that guy kind of does everything. Good for him. Way to go. I mean, they're doing more Mandalorian, aren't they?
They're wrapping up with the movie like next year.
There's a movie
that Jon Favreau announced. Yeah, the last chapter of the Mandalorian's coming out next year with a movie with all the cast, like Ahsoka and all that are coming in for like a movie.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a movie. I think that's cool. That's neat. That's great.
I heard it's crazy that he doesn't show up half the time. It's just his voice and somebody else underneath the.
Yeah, of course. Why, dude? If I could do that, if that was my job also, and I could just be the voice and have somebody else wear the helmet, and then I take off the helmet and it's me.
Get paid like millions of dollars per episode.
That's what I mean. That guy's a genius. He's got it figured out. He knows what it means. That guy's an actor. That guy knows what the fuck it means to be an actor. He doesn't have to go method to be the Mandalorian.
I'm sure he's like after the second episode, he's like, I don't have to be here for this.
I don't have to be here for this shit. Just call me when there's ADR. I don't need this shit. Are there any other movies that you're excited about that are coming out? Anything that seems like it's on the list for you?
There's only things that, like in July, like the Fantastic Four, Jurassic Park. That's pretty much my big one is Jurassic Park to see if it flops or not, which it's probably not, even if it is a bad one. So
even if it's a bad one, and it doesn't matter how it does in the U.S. It will make China will make China crazy.
I heard China's going to be for that. Yeah,
for that, like there's a reason that movie exists the way that it does, where they're like over explaining everything, and then it's like action, 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 action. It's not to be this will be cinema. It's to make as much money as it can in the U.S. by tricking people and then taking it international, and that'll be where it makes all of its money back. It'll just be a ton of money there. I don't know. You feeling anything for like the new Captain America or anything like that?
It comes out exactly like a week this next weekend.
Yeah.
Because I work at a movie theater, I'm hearing, at least for my movie theater, it's all sold out already.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That I had no idea. That's crazy. I didn't know that there was like a big boom for that.
Yeah, all the Captain Americas have done. I haven't heard poor reviews of any of them. Like especially the second one's a lot of people's favorites.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Interesting. Anything else coming out that you're sort of looking at, or is it just really looking to like summer movie season and that'll be it? Oh, did you see the trailer for Locked?
No.
It's a movie with who was the guy that played the clown from It? Bill Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
He's like a guy. It's like you have to watch this trailer. It's very funny.
I will when we're done with the recording.
He's like a guy who like steals stuff and breaks into cars, and then he breaks into one car, and then he gets locked in the car, and the car has magic mirrors, so that way people can't look in the car, and then he's trapped in the car, and he's trying to escape from the car.
So is it like Carrie or not Carrie? The Stephen King.
you want it to be like that, and then you watch the trailer and you go, "Oh, this guy's just trapped in an SUV," and then they go, "Yeah." And you go, okay. And that's it. He keeps trying to get out of the SUV. He's trapped in the SUV. He's mad at the SUV. There's a guy on in the intercom for the SUV. Then he's saying like, you're like trapped in the SUV.
Talking about like the OnStar guy.
Yeah, it sounds like the OnStar guy is going like, you're trapped in the SUV. Ha ha ha. I'm going to turn up the heat in the SUV. Now I'm going to make the SUV. Now I'm making the SUV cold.
I have to add this for like a bad movie.
Locked. Look it up, dude. You have to see the trailer for it.
So,
it looks very funny.
Talk about this season. The third season's coming out in June. Squid Games season 2. Have you seen Squid Games?
No. I think it's cool that they made one season of it and then they kept making more. And I went, oh, did you guys not understand what you said? Like, what? Did you not get what this was? And then they just kept making more. People seem to be liking it.
There's only 2 seasons, and then the third one's gonna be apparently their final. But then I keep seeing tweets that the third one's not their final one. Apparently, the U.S. is taking it over and turning it like to a franchise. I keep saying like there's gonna be like a prequel series and whatnot, and yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like it seems like it didn't understand the point that it was trying to make. It just sort of like, yeah, we're just gonna like keep making this, and it's like, no. I don't think so. I don't think we need to do that.
I thought the ending was good. The last episode where they actually fight back against them. I agree that they should have ended it halfway. They could have started an entire new season to wrap up the story.
Yeah, I just don't like. I don't know. The clamoring for this thing is. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. But
from the last recording, I did finally see Trap, the M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
It was crazy, the ending. Oh, if you haven't seen Trap, we're going to talk about the ending. Like, the ending was with the wife.
So bizarre. So weird. So bought into the premise of being inside the
and apparently they reveal it like 20 minutes in that he's like the killer, which is he doesn't do that till like the actual like ending. Yeah.
It like when they leave the arena, it is just like, but I wanted to see what else could happen here. And they go, no, we're out of here. And they leave, and then the movie takes place elsewhere, and you go,
I completely forgot the rock star person too with them, and you thinking they're gonna kill her, and she actually gets away.
It's the whole movie, man. That whole movie is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. It's so like. It's probably my favorite movie of last year just because of not even how much I enjoyed it, but how much I've talked about it since seeing it because it was just so batshit crazy.
It is.
In the direction
I've definitely seen it twice. It is like you want to see like how he does. It's crazy how he just walks into a cop's room just with like a badge, and they don't question it.
Those moments are so good because the tension is so high, and you're like, oh my god, how's he? Dude, this is crazy that he's doing this. He's getting away with so much, but in like a way that I totally believe it. I'm bought hook, line, and sinker. And then they leave the arena, and I just go, this movie fucking sucks. Nuts. It's awful. Man, I'm so glad you watched it though. That's so funny.
And then
That's great.
The other crazy one I watched for Christmas, Carry On with that was.
Oh, did you see with Taron Egerton or whatever and Jason Bateman?
Yes, it was described as the new what you call it.
Was it Die Hard?
Die Hard, yes. The current Die Hard, which it is.
Did you like it? Was it any good?
It was good. I've actually seen it like 3 times prior because I showed other people it, and the first 20 minutes is like kind of like a boring love story, and then once Jason Bateman shows up, you kind of forget that part of it.
And it like ramps up. Man, interesting, huh? I almost didn't hear anybody talk about that.
On Netflix. It's a Netflix original, yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like a movie that should have been in theaters, and it wasn't. So that really, I think it probably hurt it.
And I'm just going through my list here real quick. Then there's this show called Chaos with Jeff Goldblum. Have you heard that one?
No, Chaos?
Like, look up the cast of Chaos. It is a really good show. It's a current retelling of the Greek mythology series, and it's really good.
Oh, Interesting. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll check that out. That's pretty cool.
It's only 8 episodes, and it's the Greek mythology series, The Odyssey, with Jeff Goldblum and a bunch of really good movie actors. Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. I might check this out. This is pretty cool. I hadn't even heard of this. It's on Netflix?
Netflix original, and they said they're not doing it anymore because of how expensive it was to get.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
My theory, if they didn't cancel it, I was hoping they would do different religions like this.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, that's pretty cool. I'll check that out, man. Good recommendation. Thank you.
So I'm just going through my list here. Rings of Power season 2 was okay. I saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this new Adult Swim show that just dropped I was talking about called Common Side Effects.
Common Side, yeah. Does that was that any good? Did you see it?
So there's only 2 episodes out right now. The third one premieres tonight.
Okay,
it's really good. It's a Mike Judge show. I don't think I've ever seen anything bad with him in it.
No, I agree. He has a lot of really good ideas. He's a really smart guy. I trust him in what he does by and large, and it seems like this is probably no different.
I saw an interview where Adult Swim was about being the tanker, and this show saved it because this got like over 1 million views.
Oh,
The first night it aired, and it's a show about Big Pharma and taking down Big Pharma. And I was surprised the show got like passed. It means a lot of.
I think I don't know that is it airing on TV? I think it's through
Max if it's not airing through TV.
Yeah, I don't believe it's airing on TV in the US. I believe it's airing on TV in Canada and like the rest of the world, but in the US I don't think it's airing on broadcast. It's only through Max.
So far, it's my favorite
crazy
thing that I'm watching right now is that one.
That's cool. That's awesome. I'll definitely check that out too. That's really cool. And then there's the King of the Hill revival, the new...
Isn't that supposed to come out like this summer?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be pretty soon. But just speaking about Mike Judge, it made me think of that, and I'm excited to see what he can do there.
Apparently, the guy who played Dale died during it, but they got a bunch of his lines, and are they still going to release what he?
I believe so, but I'm sure there's some scripting changes and stuff. I can't imagine that he's in it as much as they wanted.
They cut him off at like where the last full episode or whatever. Yeah.
I would imagine that's probably how it's gonna go, but either way, pretty cool. A lot of stuff coming out. A lot of stuff.
And then the last thing I have here is Nosferatu. I watched that one too.
Oh yeah, did you like it? I heard largely pretty positive things, but nothing overwhelming of like, wow, this is so incredible.
It was slow in the first like half hour, 40 minutes, and then it like really picks up when he actually gets to London. It was okay. It's not like the original one where it's just black and white and no talking. Yeah. It seemed like they had a clear vision and they executed really well on what they were trying to do. Again, I heard pretty positive things, but it's not a movie that I saw. I think that's pretty much everything we went over.
Love it, man. This was great. It's always great to catch up. I love going over these. We have to talk Jurassic Park when Jurassic Park comes around again, because I'm probably going to end up seeing it. It's,
one last thing. By the time this drops, my 300th bad movie review will be out.
All right.
Next Friday, 2016.
Cool, man.
2016 Ghostbusters. The woke.
Wow.
Quote unquote woke Ghostbusters.
That's funny. Well, hey man, congratulations. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome that you made it that far and you've been having a lot of success here. So, way to go, dude.
To promote whatever before we end it.
Go back and listen to episodes of the show and everything that we've done previously. Go rewind time and see what else we've done. But until then, I'll see you next time.
Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. Bye.
Channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.